please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Minister, things we are around. Thank you so much. Please let me congratulate the Honorable Minister of Finance. Mr. Devanand, thank you very much. I also want to congratulate and thank our Minister of Planning. And I want to congratulate and thank all our MPs and senators contributed to this package of results. I want to thank all those who participated in our budget consultations, activists throughout the country, and all others who sent us points for insertion in the budget 2025. I would say that this budget is anchored on one guiding principle: T and T first. It's a call to strengthen our republic by building economic fairness through accountable fiscal policies. This budget is a plan to protect our people, to modernize our economy, and restore confidence in the stewardship of public funds. This is a budget that puts Trinidad and Tobago first. It is about discipline, fairness, and delivery. Ensure that every dollar spent serves the public good and not private gain. I say again, from the outset, my government made a simple promise to protect the people and to manage the economy responsibly. That is why, effective immediately, we are reducing the price of super gasoline by $1 per liter. This is a direct measure to ease the burden on working families and small businesses. And what it means, I got a summary of how many liters of super gas solar pumped for the year 2024. And the liters were 457,165,211 liters. You know what that means? Immediately, with its price reduction, $500 million will remain in the pockets of persons. That persons can now use to provide better for their families, to help their children get school supplies, whatever care they need to give, you have $500 million back into your pocket. Thanks to this government. When the UNC wins, we are also reinstating VAT exemptions on several essential items, and this was rolled out by the Honourable Minister. Again, this will empower local farmers. Again, it will empower every citizen because it will bring up the price of food. I say we always listen and then we. And I've been listening some time now, but especially the last week, when everybody was reading out their wishes of their what they wanted to see in the budget. These were two top items. Do not raise the price of gas. We did even better. We reduced the price of gas. And the second part, most of the people speaking out and sharing, don't raise the price of food. Instead, they try to reduce the price of food. You remember Stalin's song? We can make it if we try. We can make it if we try. And we try today to touch every sector, everyone, for a better quality. As far as here, we join two sectors. Yeah, and the other sectors can join us. And the other sectors join us. Is Tobago happy? Very happy. So, I said we put the price, we will zero rating several items, so we got zero rated Now, the budget has agrees and some not so agrees, but that is because fairness requires that everyone plays their part. For too long, the largest financial institutions have thrived while ordinary citizens was under pressure to shoulder your weight. And so we are introducing a very modest 0.25 levy on the assets of banks and insurance, ensuring that those who are benefiting most from national growth, they contribute to sustain national growth and our quality of life. To bring balance to the housing market, we are formalizing the rental sector, establishing a clear accountable system which protects both landlords and tenants and strengthens the integrity of the property market. Let me speak to you a bit about that measure, because some people are already misleading you and spinning it and contorting because that landlord business is not a property tax. Just get that very, very clear. It is not a revised version of property tax. This is where we are putting a surcharge on people who are making income, earning income from their properties. So, for example, it's not on residential properties, understand? But if you take your property and you're renting it, but then you're breaking the law by not paying taxes, but that is income. It's a commercial enterprise. You're making income, and by law, you should be paying taxes. But for too long in the system, these persons were allowed to get away with it. You know, some of them don't even live in Trinidad, but they don't find houses in Trinidad or in Tobago, and they're renting it out, collecting income, but paying no taxes. So everybody there must be a sharing of the burdens as well as the wealth of the country. And this is one way they will contribute to our coffers with the revenue. And at the same time, we can account. It's an accountability measure. So if you have any questions about that, I'm free to go further into it. Make it very clear, it is not a property tax. The property tax was based on a ghost ARV. Nobody talk about a ghost. I was a ghost, it's like a ghost, and you see that at the ARV. That was a ghost rental. Now, when a real rental, it's a real rental because you have people collecting the rent as an income. So you will pay your share towards the nation's treasury. I want to say also, I said it before, but repeat, I want to be very clear, this is not on people's homes. It is not on people's homes. So don't get tired. But those who want to take us down the long path and lose us down there on the beach, don't get tired of that narrative. It is not a property tax. It is a tax on persons using their buildings to earn income. Okay? That income will not be taxed. It's a very small percentage as well. Then you have people, as I said, 5 or 6 properties living abroad. You have people here participating in the payroll everywhere, renting on their properties but not contributing to the government's coffers, not contributing to you, the taxpayers of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Speaker, I make it very clear, this is not a tax budget. It is an accountability budget. I said first, fairness and accountability. This is about creating opportunity through responsible management and citizen participation in national wealth. We are targeting $3 billion in new investment within the next few years in energy, in construction, in tourism, and the digital economy. To widen ownership of fairness in wealth creation, we are launching a National Investment Fund 3. And don't let the outside tell you, they did it twice already. This is a legitimate way of raising revenue. NIF 3. We create that fund with TT $1 billion expected from it. And in addition, we will have a state-sponsored real estate investment trust, which will allow ordinary people to earn dividends and only stake in the nation's productive assets. We are also deepening export capability through the Export Academy and Exim Bank support, empowering SMEs to innovate, earn foreign exchange, and expand into new markets. There is also transparency and efficiency, which must define government service. Through analysis our 24/7 digital assistant, citizens can get answers and guidance instantly. Through the digital ID that we create, every citizen will soon access government services securely and conveniently. One identity, one login, full protection. The most transformative step, however, is the National Payment and Innovation Company of Trinidad and Tobago, which should be a single, unified digital payments backbone for the state. This reform will mean faster transactions, faster funds, full traceability, and zero leakage. No more unveils, no more missing files, no more missing paperwork. It is government accountability in action and technology working with people of Trinidad and Tobago. I turn to some areas of energy security and clean transition. Our energy sector continues to be the backbone of national prosperity and a key source of energy in a state where we can call ourselves Carnival's clean energy hub here in TNT. This is the first defendant of our energy advantage while we prepare for a sustainable future. Delivering for peoples and communities. Good policy means little without visible progress. As the Minister outlined, in just a few short months, we have upgraded 279 schools, delivering 18,000 laptops to students, and of course the books that we gave out, 20,000 grants that we given out. We preserved 3,700 master jobs whilst improving water service. We are in advanced completion of the Hoover Children's Hospital. We will rename that hospital and take it back to its origins. It was a children's hospital, which they abandoned and left there. All the economic was a little over, there's one class on it, or 9+ years. My children died out of the Boston Hospital in the Eco Center. You remember that? Left it, we renamed that Hoover Children's Hospital. And we have secured funding from the UAE to help us rehabilitate, bring that Hoover Children's Hospital back into action. We completed the assessment of the works to be done on the David campus, another brilliant project for our young people, our educators, and the abandoned, left vines to grow on it and bush everywhere, abandoned at David campus. We have completed the assessment, and we will, as soon as this budget is ended, we will begin rehab works on that David campus. So that is another big plus for all of us. We have built community centers. We established crime fighting. Mr. mentioned some of our programs. One of the ones I'm most proud of. When I talked about it, people were protesting. They didn't want police in schools. And then when we put them in 50 schools, people said, no, why we didn't get? We want now. The naysayers, the detractors, they were always saying, people don't want police. When I asked them which school did not want the police, up to today they cannot answer. Today, most schools will demonstrate this profile. Of course, Minister will say more with their relevant portfolios. I want to commend the Commission of Police. This is the first time in 9 years that we follow the process of laid out in law with transparency and accountability, appoint a Commissioner of Police. And that Commissioner is doing us so well, as well as the yes. So he is ready out there. Let's take a there's no political affairs in the region. So we are looking at renewal of vehicles, new E990 capabilities, and many more which we share. The opposition keeps asking me, they want a crime plan. Why do you want a crime plan? What you want is an anti-crime plan. Because they were well bent on crime. That's what happened in the last 9 years. What anti-crime plan? That's what it is. Not anti-capital, but anti-crime plan. That's what it is. And we have set up numerous things that we have done. The first was to create Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Homeland Security, 3 ministries to do the work that has been done
one ministry. That is why we have so many bottlenecks and so much failure. That's just with the start, which I did immediately when we formed the government. We roll out more, our ministers will roll out more. We continue to manage the national deficit, maintaining it around 2.3% of GDP. This is a major achievement. Ministers, I thank you all.